Hey guys, today we're going to be unboxing Radiohead's Kid Amnesia Scarry Book 3 Cream Vinyl Edition. And let me tell you, it's pretty scary, so I hope you're ready. Welcome everyone, I'm the Dude from the Dude and Grim Show on the Scratch a Track podcast. Now I am flying solo today, Grim took the day off, but I did not come empty-handed because right here in front of me I have Radiohead's Kid Amnesia Scarry Book 3 Cream Vinyl Edition. Now let me tell you, it has been quite the wait to get this. I ordered it when it was released or when it was announced back in I think early September 2021. Now in November, I received an email saying that there would be a delay of up to 80 days, and it would not arrive until early 2022. And a lot of that had to do with a lot of the shipping delays from Europe to the port in LA and then making its way here to Denver. But last week, early February 2022, it finally arrived and I couldn't be happier. Now, as I said, full disclosure, obviously it has been opened as you can see here, but I just did want to go through a couple of things. First and foremost, you can see on the front, this is fragile or fragile, so obviously it's Italian. On the front of the box, it also says Pozzoli. It has a date of July 28th, 2021, so I'm guessing that's the day it was boxed here, and it just says Radiohead Kid A and Amnesiac on the front, and then it's got a whole bunch of other numbers. Now, the interesting thing is, this box came inside another box, and on top of that, this box, in the main shipping box came these 3 sleeves, one for each album. Now, I found this kind of interesting. It just seemed like they were thrown in at the last minute, so I'm not sure if anyone has any insight onto what the deal with that is, because inside, these sleeves also are included with the records. So maybe there was some kind of manufacturing issue, maybe there were some copies that actually just had the records in and were missing the sleeves. Potentially there could be a misprint on the sleeves. I have not looked at them that closely, but just to the naked eye, they look the same to me. So if anyone has insight into this, please comment below. I'm just kind of curious because I'm not complaining, but I guess I just have 2 copies now. So be it. Okay, so now let's open this thing up and get into it. So packaging is really nice. It's very secure. That's one of the things that I was kind of concerned about. You can see it's got even these like corner guards to protect the corners. So I did feel it was very secure the way it was packaged and the way it was shipped. I mean, this box came inside another box. And then the most important thing, I know a lot of people who collect records, nobody likes a bent corner or cover or anything like that. So I really feel like this was very compact the way it was packaged. So as you can see right away, it is rather heavy. I think it weighs a few pounds. Pulling it right out of the box. Now, yes, when I did get it, it was sealed with cellophane and it was beautiful and perfect. I have since touched it, so there's probably fingerprints and whatnot all over it. But as you can see, definitely, like this is a thick book. Like this is very sturdy, heavy duty. And you can also see, you can choose if you're going to display it. You have the sort of the Kid A side of it, but then if you flip it over, you have the Amnesiac side. So I thought that was pretty cool how they did that. So it's sort of interchangeable if you prefer one cover over the other. Now myself, I just have a hard time going against the Kid A mountains because they look pretty sweet. So, so now we can just kind of flip through it a little bit. And as I open up the first page, this is actually where Kid A, the album, is located. And as you can see, it does come with in a red sleeve. And also the album is cream and it looks pretty awesome. Sounds pretty awesome too. I have listened to this once. So yeah. Very cool. I love the presentation. I have not seen, you know, colored vinyls are a thing now, and I don't know if I've seen a cream vinyl from anyone. I think the band Cream should probably come out with some cream vinyls for, you know, Disraeli Gears or Wheels of Fire, but maybe they do. I don't know. But very cool. Excited that you know, it's a different presentation, and yeah, I just think it looks pretty great. So I will set that aside for a second. And then you're going to see here, these pages are really, really thick. Great artwork. Definitely the artwork from the Kid A album. Love the Radiohead artwork, the collaborations that they've done with, I believe, Stanley Donwood did the artwork for both of these albums and probably for all of their albums. So I'm not sure if when he started with them. I'm pretty sure he did OK Computer as well. But you can let me know below. And eventually you keep flipping through, and right in the middle of the book, you will finally get to the section where we actually have the Kid Amnesia album. Now they put Kid Amnesia in the middle, which I thought was an interesting choice because, chronologically you would go Kid A, Amnesiac, and then Kid Amnesia. But what I like about putting it in the middle here is, this album is more of a hybrid. They took instrumentals, songs from those sides. They even did a few mixes of songs. So I just thought it was kind of cool and makes sense to sort of put it in the middle because this side of the book seems to be the Kid A side, and then over here we have the Amnesiac side. So it makes sense kind of putting them together. The Kid Amnesia version does come in a gray sleeve. And again, we have a cream colored album. Now, one thing I did find interesting in here is if you look down here below, it actually has, instead of like a side 1 and side 2 or side A or side B, it just says side X and then side Y. And now we'll flip it over to the Amnesiac side of the Scarry Book. So just like the other ones, on the first, I guess the first page you want to say, we do have the record. And this one, Amnesiac, comes in a black sleeve. Again, cream colored disc. And if you open up, or I open up, the booklet here, it does have the sort of Amnesiac artwork, some of the artwork that was included in the CD bookcase, but also I believe when this came out on CD, they did have a special edition that was kind of like a book or some sort of a graphic novel. I know Grimm had it, but I can't remember exactly what it looked like and what was inside it. But I imagine this artwork is probably pretty prevalent in it. But I do like that the Kid A artwork and Amnesiac artwork, you can tell they're from the same sort of era. They have the same feeling, and yet they're still very distinct and different. So I just think that's pretty cool and makes for a great book. But you can see these pages here are pretty thick, very high gloss, good quality, definitely worth the money. I feel really happy with this purchase, but something that, not that you'd throw this across the room, but isn't overly fragile. So you don't have to necessarily worry about, bending these and creasing them, but you still want to be careful. And so, yeah, so flipping through, a bunch of more pictures. Really like the artwork. Yeah, I remember this picture, definitely seen that a few times. And then we get, again, to the middle where the Kid Amnesia disc goes. So I think, other than the presentation of it, I mean, again, has anybody else gotten this? What do you think of it? Do you think it was worth the $120 US that you paid for it? I'm really, really happy with it. Now, I've had a chance to listen to Kid A, and I did notice something, and I'm wondering if anybody else noticed this as well. First of all, I have this just Kid A on its own in a gatefold. And it's 2 12-inch vinyls. Love it. It's great. But I was really happy to see that they were able to fit Kid A on one record. Because, I don't know about you, but it's just a nicer experience when you can sit down, listen to a record, and you don't have to get up and flip it as much. Now, I don't know if anyone else caught this, because I was really excited that it was on one record. But that's also a lot of songs to fit on one record. And when I got to Motion Picture Soundtrack, as many of you know, that song plays, there's a minute of silence, and then there's kind of this heavenly outro. On the Kid Amnesia version of Kid A, they actually cut out a minute of silence, and it goes just right into that outro. And that really caught my ear. I'm wondering if they had to do that to fit it all on one record. But I went back and listened to this version of Kid A, which is just the regular gatefold album by itself, And they do have that minute of silence in there. So I wonder how any of you feel about that. I mean, I like having it on one record. Do you need that minute of silence? I don't know. I'm sure some people and some super fans will say, hey, you're messing with the integrity of the album. But I just thought it was interesting because I had to actually go back and listen to an older version because I had remembered that there was a decent period of silence before that outro kind of came in. So definitely let me know what you think below. Well, that about wraps it up. Let me know below what you guys think about this album, about the presentation of it. Was it worth the money? Did I waste my money? Did you maybe waste your money? Was it worth the wait? I waited almost 5 months for mine. How long did you have to wait for yours? Are you still waiting for yours? Who knows? It sounds like hopefully people are starting to get them now. So I've had mine for about a week. Very happy with it. Also, give us a like and subscribe below. We typically just review albums and discuss them, but we also like doing this type of content as well. We're huge vinyl fans. We are pretty big collectors, not as big as some, but we definitely like doing these types of videos. So if you'd like to see more, let us know below. Also, our podcast, again, like I said, Scratch a Track Podcast. You can find the audio on pretty much any major podcasting platform, but we also do stuff here on YouTube. And essentially, we'll pick an album a week, we discuss it, we discuss the tracks on the album, and then at the end, not only do we pick our favorite song, but we pick the one song that we would scratch on the album, which is pretty hard to do. So if you had to do it, what track would you scratch off? Maybe, I don't know, Kid A or Amnesiac. Not that you want to scratch it, but if you had to. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. It's time to go. The Dude and Grib Show.